Every year I find one of those plays, and that's the one this year.
So, YouTube. All right. Let's go. Time to get my ass whooped.
At least you get to play.
Oh yeah, your opponent won't be up. He doesn't stay up late. And I think he's East Coast. And he lives in Detroit.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at
Lumen
Field here in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, and I'm getting the ball first.
Here you are.
Yeah, it means he gets the ball at the half. But he's going to be up like 30 points.
Yeah. He's still driving. You still got Isaac Bruce, right?
No.
Oh, you got Marshall Faulk, yeah. So you need to work on some running back videos.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go.
That dude's got a lot of
5
videos about
on
that.
EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The 35. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now a draw play. It's Faulk. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this is the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield.
Can franchise tag players?
First down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
Yeah, you can franchise that place.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson out left. He's got it to Everett. And he's going to get this inside the
Late hit on the quarterback.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the pistol,
I missed him.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a loss of 11 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That was a good play.
To throw is Wilson. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
He's got to kick a field goal.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The tackle made by Benson Mayowa. Second and 7. Throwing is Stafford. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Wow, made it to one quarter.
After one on EA Sports. On first down at Stafford.
Did he miss a field goal?
Deep left side here.
Oh.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
What a terrible throw, man. He can even plant his legs.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick
he was
going
on the
because he had
first
2
row.
interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They start the drive with Lynch. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
Now Wilson back into his end zone.
Oh, my God.
That's complete to DK Metcalf.
I had that sack.
To the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf.
What a block he got, man. Oh, it was Marshawn Lynch.
Just 2 plays have
Okay, Marshawn Lynch blocked the shit out of me.
I love those for
Should have been a safety.
First quarter,
Yeah,
that
so
last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will. And you're
What a
exactly
block
right.
by
The first
Marshawn.
quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by
He couldn't throw a pass to a receiver.
set up shop at the
He took a line of coke.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that had ended with
What
an
is a line of
interception.
coke?
I just wonder.
I don't know.
Because I don't
How's
think
that gonna
it's
help?
rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. This time Wilson will throw. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up a first down.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, multiple times in All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. On Stafford, time is intercepted.
I don't understand how these DBs their awareness is so much higher than the wide receivers.
27. And Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that
maybe
thinking
Stafford's
leads
just
to an
not gonna.
interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on first down. Lynch. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. A lot to praise on this. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. They go play action now. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. To throw again is Wilson. That completes it again to Metcalf.
Nice, great stop.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Lynch. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry.
I don't trust those nickel plays, man. I always get burnt.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run. Lynch. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. Room here to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Oh, nice play.
Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point.
I like that play. That was nice touchdown.
It's now 21-0. How does the kickoff unit as they run up and
no, he scored. It was a nice play. No, it's 21 zip.
Yeah, try that play I was telling you about if you got it. And you'll see what I'm saying.
I'm scared to even throw the ball. It's kind of a waste of time to throw the ball. I literally just throw interceptions. That's all I do.
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They snap it to Stafford. And for
Are you kidding me, man?
Tonight, it's an interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
He's in that funk Wilson was in.
What is this?
So
any pass I throw is interception. That's simple.
Might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Lynch, left side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He's got the passing game figured out, man. That's for
And
sure.
he'll get about 3.
Yeah, he's good at passing.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On third down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover.
Oh, I think it was Williams.
Here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your.
It was a user pick, though.
That's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just
hell that fat guy catch me.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
It's crazy. You only have one trap play.
Yeah.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You say everybody but Lynch can pick tackles. I don't know. He broke one in the backfield.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Fights forward.
We got two chats going.
Up to the 21.
No, just one.
Oh.
You want to see it in the chat?
It hasn't been his
No, I
so
mean
far.
on the
I don't know if the legs are a little
headset.
bit heavy. Sometimes
No.
having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
God damn it.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
I shouldn't have done that. I should have just kept running the ball.
5 interceptions.
We
Is
had
that
this
the
screen.
last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Lynch. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Catch is made by Metcalf. He will score.
It's like, I hit his quarterback, he throws the ball perfectly fine.
DK
My guy
Metcalf.
just throws under pressure and throws picks.
Touchdown of the game, number
Look
7
at this.
on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
that's-
They are also closing in.
You don't
on
need
a 5th
Marshawn Lynch
straight
to
victory.
break tackles. You just need Wilson to get hit.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now here's another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he returns it into enemy territory.
No, I'm going out.
45-yard line. All I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch.
I love those uniforms here.
He works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
That Buffalo can't see.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, back to them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Lynch from the shotgun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Wilson wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, my God.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point up in
Let's see who scored.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are
Yeah,
looking
it's all
for a
those
spark from
picks,
their
dude,
special teams.
that made me
That's not what they
decide
got, though. They
I'm
got a
just building a
setback, and they have a
running
long
offense.
field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And boy, this
I could
defense
actually
again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
Well,